Yeah, there's really nothing to say. Here we go.
Who's this guy?
Oh, geez, what the hell?
Oh!
I already goofed. It's been a long time.
Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
Hey, everybody!
Whoa.
Welcome to Late Late Horror Show. Oh, my
Getting a heart
God.
attack.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Hey, welcome to Late Late Horror Show. I am
Group.
Dino. That is, if you forget who that is.
If you all forgot, then F you all.
Hey, there's a lot of new people on the channel.
Oh, there is. Well,
all the
hello,
time.
new people.
So this is Ted. We'll be doing something maybe every few weeks or so.
Listen, life sometimes keeps me from doing what I really want to do.
Been busy.
I told him I'm going to give him at least one a month until all my kids are in school, because I'm 46 and I still have ones that are...
Yeah,
I don't have
tiny.
any teenagers yet.
Yeah,
Let's
tiny,
just put it
tiny,
that way.
tiny.
And, but when I do come on, what I promise you is a stone cold classic.
Oh, and that's what we got.
A 5
man.
out of 5 movie, when movies were movies.
I can't wait to talk about this.
You know,
Yeah.
before people dissected 4 minutes of footage from a trailer and already decided a movie sucks,
There you go.
you know.
But
And
anyways, yeah.
so it's going to be stone cold.
Oh, come on, man. Pit and Pendulum. Artemis, John McE, Debbie Bauer. I'm just here for the blood-covered popcorn.
Well.
Oh, very nice. Gotta love blood-covered popcorn. Edward Stewart, showcasing the shadow profile for tonight's overnight stream. Old Time Radio got the best of compilation of the shadow tonight. Overnight, which will start at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. We got Connie Clary, Tomo. What's going on, Tomo? I think I said Sinead. Kathy is here. Streets of Gold. Hey, what's going on, Streets of Gold? Yeah, I wish it was, you know. Paul P. Christman. What is going on?
Look at all these people.
Always learning. Mary, how you doing? I need decaf, Sinead. Oh, hopefully you're doing fine, Mary. Got a little bit of a migraine there going. The head's not
Keep
feeling...
it down.
I think that's you.
With the migraine, listen to heavy metal. The vibrations make it go away. I'm
Yeah.
not kidding.
But anyways, here we go. Horror Gang, what's going on, my friend? Nice to see you here. Yeah, this is a Vincent Price classic, man. This is 1961.
Mm-hmm.
Roger Corman. Very underappreciated, I think, maybe
I
to
don't know.
somewhat
Maybe
extent.
to younger people.
Written by Roger Matheson.
Richard.
Say
it right.
Roger.
Say it with pleasure.
This is what happens when Ted comes over. I get everything wrong. Richard Matheson, who wrote some of the Twilight Zone episodes, and I Am Legend.
And Somewhere in Time.
And so, yes, with Christopher Lee.
Bid time.
Not
farewell.
Christopher Lee. Christopher Reeves.
Christopher
What
Reeves.
is, you know, hey, I'm going through...
What have you fucked up
I've got
since
some
I've been
pain
gone?
in my back and my... I ain't talking. I ain't saying nothing. There's some stuff going on here, and I'm getting through this. But we're going to do this movie. But anyways, yeah, very, very cool movie. You know, we got 3 acts, of course. The last act is really the Pit and the Pendulum from Edgar Allan Poe.
Loosely, yes.
Loosely. The first 2 acts you got little bits taken from other stories of Poe, which, you know, to create that story. I mean, and you got to do that with Edgar Allan Poe's, you know.
Yeah, that's how some of his stories were.
Stories.
You kind of come in at the end when
Yeah.
something terrible is happening to a character, and you don't really know how they got there.
Yeah,
Pit and the Pendulum is one of those.
And this is just one of those. This is just classic. I mean, you know, you start right out with, you know, like kind of a psychedelic, kind of like weird kind. Well, you know, first of all,
paint being thrown on oil.
Yeah,
It just looks so cool.
It's really psychedelic, but you know, the movie really starts out as a murder mystery. You know, then you get into like this kind of ghost, supernatural type film, and then you get into the psychotic horror side of this, which classic
climax.
Vincent Price. Although the entire movie, Vincent Price was
Oh,
classic.
isn't he just so juicy in this whole movie?
Oh yeah,
I just love
and I will
this man.
keep up with the chat. I will see you guys. Raj Ram, hi Dino and Ted, hi everyone. How you doing? Big Man 360, Roger Corman, king of the B movies.
Not this one.
Not this one.
Not this one. This is an A movie.
Captain Crunch, what is going on?
My favorite cereal.
Oh yeah, I love the name Captain Crunch, man.
It used to be Frankenberry when it tasted good. Now it tastes like crap.
Right. But let me get the Tiffany Lynn is here, newest member to the channel. Thank you very much,
Wow.
Tiffany. I can tell you thank you in person, and I can also tell everybody else to hit the thumbs up button if you like the stream and you're enjoying it.
And I want to know,
Thank
how
you,
can
Tom.
you hit a thumbs down when we've only been doing the show for 2 minutes?
Because people are idiots.
What
and-
kind of idiot would give this show a thumbs down?
Because they take and have grudges.
I bet they wouldn't do it to my face.
Hate. Well,
Bet they wouldn't.
That's a different thing. Alexandra
Right.
Carswell, what's going on? Ben Kays is here. Nice to see you, Ben Kays. I said hit the thumbs up, and 2 of them went away. What's going on? Oh, there they are again.
Come on, make up your minds.
I think they're making sure they did hit it, but yeah, let me get business out of the way here. Yeah, if you want to join the channel and support the channel,
And you know you do.
everything we got going on here for, we got trivia night Saturday night, we got these movie reviews, we got something new, a new co-host on Thursday, which that'll be a surprise, but we got a good movie, Don't Look Now, with Donald Sutherland.
That's a good movie.
That's a good movie.
That's a good
movie.
I don't know if it's one of Ted's Stone Cold classics, but it's a
It's
good
a good movie.
Watch it.
And all the old time radio shows overnight, 7 days a week. We're becoming a network. We also got the paranormal shows coming up. So hit that join button down there.
Pretty much the biggest thing on YouTube last I heard.
Yeah, it's the biggest. Yeah. Hit that join button. I mean, we've made it in some newspapers. Wait, is that a thing now?
Newspapers?
Anyways, newspapers.
Look, some other jackass did it.
Oh, that's all right. Hey,
Yeah, you.
it's all activity.
I'm going to go to your show and give you a freaking thumbs down.
Who do we know it is? But anyways, if you want to join,
Look at all these
thank
people.
you, thank you to the channel members. I will go through this really quick. I appreciate the support all of you guys give.
There's
the
more than
channel.
one page of them.
Oh, there's tons of pages.
Look at this.
Thank you so very much.
This is more than that kid Ryan has.
Level 3 support, some new people there, and top level support. Dr. Foreman Colossus just joined up. So thank you
Now, is
very
it true
much.
that Mikhail Gorbachev is a member?
And Patreon. I think he's got something to do with
Mikhail
this.
Gorbachev is a member of our group.
And Putin. He's got some stuff. But there you go.
He goes under a pseudonym.
But there you go. Thank you guys all very much for being part of the show. I would encourage you to send as many super chats as you possibly can.
That's right.
Especially on paydays. I'm just joking, having fun. But anyways, let's get to the movie.
Now the movie.
Look at, see, we got everybody coming. Disco Booty is here. William Curry. Love to talk about paranormal stuff. Yeah, it will be on Thursday nights, the paranormal show. Getting back to Paranormal Into the Night.
Mm-hmm. About goddamn time.
Yeah. Gary Singleton.
You ever do a Hollow Earth, man? Invite me over.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I don't know a damn thing about it, but I'm interested in hell.
You know what's been interesting to listen to? Not that I believe it. I don't believe it. But it's been so interesting to hear a lot of the ideas that people got on the flat earth theory. Ted, but it's so interesting. But yeah,
What's
yeah, right.
interesting is
But
how
anyway,
people can be so dumb.
Yeah, well, let's not get into that. But here,
We're going to get into it.
Rain Hall, what's going on? Okay,
Everything
here
else
we
in the
go.
universe is round. But we're
And
flat.
Captain Crunch with the first super chat of the night.
Oh!
I wish I need a bell here.
We do.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling. What? Oh, holy.
I can-
$5 super chat. It's all interaction, thumbs up or thumbs down. The almighty YouTube algorithm eats up all the same. Yeah. Now we got 3, so that's good.
You son of a bitch.
We're averaging about 4 to 7, so as the time goes by. So yeah, people are people.
Yeah, go
But
back to your
thank you.
mama's basement.
Thank you very much, Captain Crunch. I appreciate
Does your
it.
mama know you're up this late?
Okay, let's get to the movie, man.
Now
Because
the movie.
This is fantastic because we start this movie right off, and I'm sure you noticed the same thing. Of course, it's like kind of a Dracula. It's Harker coming to the castle.
Well, I mean, all those things,
Carriage
Carmen would have
come out.
watched and absorbed as a kid.
Yeah.
So it all kind of comes out. And there's a little bit of Usher in here, too, with sort of the house being so oppressive.
Well, isn't that most of Poe?
Not all. I mean, these...
Well, I mean, it's the cursed heritage,
The house of Usher,
the
for
crumbling
sure.
castle, all
But I'm
of
kind of
that.
surprised none of the reviews kind
Even the
of...
premature burial is usually
Premature
most of these.
burial?
So all of those things are kind of
The
Poe.
oppressive home.
Yes.
He's used it a couple times. And it's a cool motif in these movies just because...
JLR, what's going on?
you don't have to have a monster in the movie.
Oh, yeah, right.
The house, like Corbin said, the house is the monster.
Yes.
So, like you said, this character is traveling up and actually very few scenes in many of the Poe movies.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but most of them
Mm-hmm.
very rarely take place in any kind of real world setting. And even if they are outside, it's very
Right.
mist covered and dreamy.
Freddie Miranda, nice to see you.
I think maybe the last one, Tomb of Lygia, there's actually some sunny outdoor scenes.
Well,
But,
yeah, and they don't even specify the place where this is. I think we're.
it's in Spain.
Is it
but
in Spain?
I don't,
They do say okay.
Well,
okay.
I think by the names
But John Kerr, the brother who comes
and the story, I
yes,
think takes place in Spain.
he supposedly comes from the UK,
Comes from London.
London to his sister. But anyways, go on. And there was
And,
something else during that scene where, the Dracula scene at the beginning of the carriage coming and all that. I'm sure you noticed the musical soundtrack. What does it sound like?
It just sounds.
It sounds exactly like Planet of the Apes.
I thought that.
Exactly like
That,
Planet of the Apes.
Those,
You close your eyes, you can think, "Oh my
It's-
God, I'm watching Planet of the Apes."
It's
100%.
A lot of the soundtrack is just notes and sounds and uncomfortable
Oh,
noises.
Jim Browning,
we got?
welcome to Level 3 support. Thank you for upping your support on the
All
channel.
I have to do
Appreciate that.
is show up.
Yeah, well, yeah,
And look what
yeah.
happens.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at this. You get
Bubba,
people
what's going
left
on?
and right.
Bubba, what's going on, my
Baba,
friend?
I see your name in that list
Yeah,
there.
but anyways, the Planet of the Apes, man.
It's a really, there is some, musical cues in there. The music's not anything, that sticks in my head, but those sounds when I watched it this time.
in the opening,
And
yeah,
I definitely,
very much so.
and a few times throughout,
Yeah.
I definitely actually thought the words Planet of the Apes, and I wondered,
I did.
it just kind of slipped my mind to mention it, but there you go, you just jogged it right out of my memory.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't. You know me. I mean, Planet of the Apes.
Right.
I without a doubt had to talk about
Now,
that.
the actual, I'm not going to talk a whole lot about the Poe story, because the Poe story just kind of, the guy's in jail, it's during the Inquisition, and, we get the climax of the film right there. But how do you build a story on all that? They came up with something pretty cool using elements from Poe.
Yeah.
Maybe not from a specific story, but ideas and things that I think he probably would have liked had he seen this film version of his movie. It's a guy going to this castle. Oh, I just love the scenes of the castle.
Oh, yeah.
Almost reminds me of like the beginning of Dark Shadows with the waves on the shore crashing.
And you know what's funny about that? When that carriage drops him off there,
Mm-hmm.
and he has to go walk there, I'm looking at that and I'm going, that cliff up to that castle, because you don't see no other road that leads up there, although there had to be.
Right.
But I'm like going, that's going to take that dude all freaking day if he can even get up that
Probably
cliff.
2 hours of walking to get up there.
I'm like going, I would have been so pissed. I would have gone, on the way home, I would stop and find that carriage guy, and I would say, I want my money back. And if I don't, yes, I would beat the hell out of him.
Give him a good thrashing, as they would say back then.
Brooke, what is going on?
And so, knocks on the door, and then he's greeted by the butler, Maximilian. I love the name, Maximilian.
What a name for the butler,
Who's,
Maximilian.
I like Smedley. That's always my favorite name for a butler.
Smedley!
Smedley!
Come get the door!
But, he's basically about to turn him out and say, no, you can't, nobody's here. We don't know who you are. And, he says, I'm the brother of Elizabeth.
I am Francis Bernard.
Francis Bernard, who we find... Elizabeth is his sister. He's received
played
notice.
by Barbara Steele.
Barbara Steele, one of the. This was like her first, not her first movie, but I would say like a first, maybe American breakout kind of movie. She was in Black Sunday. You ever seen Black Sunday before? That was the movie she did before this Italian horror movie.
No.
It's a good movie.
But I know a lot between the two, Italian horror and this kind of Roger Corman, this
Right.
kind of gothic movie, kind of inspired each other there a bit. So
Oh, I think they definitely.
Oh, yeah.
There's you could see little bits of Deep Red in here. You could see little bits of.
yeah.
Oh, what other movie am I thinking? I can't think of the name of it.
But yes, a little bit of Italian horror is definitely inspired from a lot of this, even down to like elements of the mystery part of the story that we'll get into and how they integrate that and all that. John McKee says, Dino, I was about to ask about that, how similar this movie is to the story. Which, like Ted just kind of
Really,
said,
just the climax.
Yeah.
Now, the previous film that Corman did, House of Usher, it's pretty close. I mean, pretty close.
Yeah.
But House of Usher is more of a beginning, middle, and end story.
Yeah.
And whereas House of Usher, not House of Usher, Pit and Pendulum,
Pendulum.
you're kind of just coming in at the end when the guy's about to be put onto the pit and have the pendulum swinging down, being tortured.
It's like this. The story is basically the climax.
It sort of drops you
yeah.
in there. Mm-hmm. It's and it's only a few pages. I mean, if you haven't read it, it's free online for God's sake.
Yeah, for God's sakes, read that son of a bees. Yeah.
And many of Poe's stories, short stories, are like that. Just where it kind of drops you in a situation.
Yeah.
Some of them are whole stories that you could make a film up. Mask of the Red Death's another one that you could, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
It's maybe half an idea for a movie, and then you had the other half at the beginning.
Mask of the Red Death even more so a giallo feel to it, I think. Yeah. But anyways, go on.
And really, where's the inspiration? We did it first.
Yippers!
So this guy shows up. He's received word that his sister died. He's given no reason. And
He's come to find out
some details.
Facts.
So
and I tell you, John Kerr, man, very straight-laced and took no crap.
No.
In this movie.
Where some people would mistake it as wooden acting, which maybe it is a little.
A little bit towards the end when emotion should have come out.
But I think it just enhances
He was
Vincent
a little
Price more.
Yeah.
And Vincent Price
we'll talk about
plays
him,
Nicholas
yeah.
Medina,
Yeah.
the widowed husband.
Funky Cold Medina.
Funky Cold.
He plays.
Of Elizabeth.
Yes.
And when we do finally meet him, he's down in the dungeons of the castle.
Medina. Yes.
His sister, who ends up letting him in, named Catherine, she talks him into staying the night.
Catherine Medina, played by Luana Anders.
And says that, he wants to see her resting place. She's
who is
not
a very beautiful woman herself. But,
the movie's always had some good-looking women in them.
But yeah,
that's how they were back then.
No.
They were all good-looking.
Yeah, they're all good
Not
looking.
like today.
What?
I don't think many of these actresses today are all that good-looking.
Well, you got something for the busty 60s, 70s hammer girls.
Take all that makeup
What you
off
got.
and they look like 10 miles of bad road.
Oh, jeez. Come on. Okay. So,
he finds that the family tradition is to inter them in the family crypt.
Yeah.
So he at least wants to go visit her resting place. So she's taking him down this dank dungeon that was probably used in some other movie that we've probably done.
Right. And can I just say how much I love everything about that? Like the crumbling castle.
Yes.
The I would spend hours just roaming roaming the.
Or especially when you find out their secret passages.
Oh yeah. Roaming the dungeons and everything else. You can get lost in that kind of experience of living that way.
Yes.
And it's just and on top of it, the feel, that gothic feel, and the set decor and everything in this movie was just
8,000 pounds of cobwebs.
which Vincent Price ran into a couple times.
I know, you see his face like he's son of a bitch.
But Roger Corman, I think underappreciated. I think for the set and how this movie was made.
He was very much an efficient filmmaker, as in
yes.
You plan everything out ahead of time. Meticulous detail. Where's the camera going to go? How are we going to light it? He would take maybe a week before shooting.
Yeah.
Let's rehearse all the scenes.
Right.
Get all your yayas out, your questions out of the way, your motivational ideas out of the way, so that we all know what we're doing when we get on the set and start shooting. This movie was made in 15 days.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Unheard of. and it's better than 90% of everything I've seen post 2000. And
but Ben
what
K
you got?
says a good adaptation of the original story as well as the other Poe stories is in the animated movie Extraordinary Tales.
I saw that pretty recently. It's pretty neat. I like that.
Okay.
I like that film.
I haven't seen it, so
They even take an
not
old
sure.
like 78 RPM recording of Bela Lugosi reading The Telltale Heart.
Really?
And that's the soundtrack to one of the stories in there. It's Bela,
okay.
narrating it, but it's from an old recording.
Yeah, Bella.
I mean,
Fantastic.
It was a neat film.
Yeah.
It was a neat film. I'm glad I watched it. I think I caught it on Amazon Prime. It might still be on there.
Okay, cool.
I'll usually watch anything Poe.
See, Fractals, what is going on?
Mm-hmm.
No yayas allowed.
No yayas allowed. Well, that's why he let them get them all out. No yayas on set. And so when they get down in the dungeon, they do find, Nicholas Medina, Vincent Price, coming out of a chamber, and you hear some noises and things in there. And
Well, yeah, that's why it comes out, because the brother Francis was going to go over
because
there.
he heard this noise. And
like I said, he's not taking no crap. He's looking at everything.
who are you?
Yeah, I thought he was sleeping, and the sister even says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were sleeping."
And I love when he says it's an apparatus that requires constant repair. He doesn't say what it is. It just keeps going. They visit her place of internment. He's still not getting many details. At first he's being told it was something in her blood.
Yeah.
Which isn't really much of anything. I know that was an explanation back then.
Yeah. When they didn't really know anything, it's just something in the blood.
Right. He's not getting much satisfaction. So they're
I
gonna
can't get no.
No. And he says, I'm not leaving until I find out what's going on.
The Death Twitch. What is going on? Hello.
All right. Welcome.
Adam for Christ. Hello, and everyone. I just like saying that all the time. It's like I'm swearing.
You are.
Adam for
You
Christ.
might be offending him.
Oh no, that's probably why he's got his name like that. I mean, Adam for Christ. Or maybe I am. I don't know. I hope I'm not offending you, Adam for Christ.
We'll see.
It does just seem like I'm swearing every time I say your name. But anyways, go ahead.
So he's going to stay,
Yeah.
kind of grudgingly. He kind of wishes he could just find out what the hell's going on.
Grudgingly or begrudgingly?
I don't know. Does it begrudgingly? Grudgingly? I think it's
joking.
grudging in this case.
I'm just joking.
And, as while they're having their meal, who should show up but the doctor who diagnosed and tried to treat Elizabeth before she died.
And let me say from the very beginning, like when that doctor comes in, I mean, they've got you thinking throughout most of the movie. Like if you've never seen this movie before, you don't know what's going on, what's happening. You don't understand how she died, what's going on. And if you haven't seen the movie and you want to go now and because we're going to give away, there's a big plot twist at the end of the movie, that
A twist.
there's a twist, and if you don't want to know about it,
Titty twist.
there's a titty twist. But it keeps you thinking throughout most of this film that Vincent Price plays this character so well.
Kind of similar to his Roderick Usher character.
Yeah,
no one did a tortured soul better than Vincent Price.
But you don't know if he's like a guilty person, a psychotic person, if he's a killer, if he's not a killer.
He does seem to be withholding.
Yes.
That's what the brother, what Francis feels, that he's withholding.
Right.
There's an air of guilt about him.
There is.
And... but not in the way that he would think. What we'll find is that, the doctor kind of confirms the same thing.
The doctor.
That the oppressive nature of the house, she basically died of fright. How did she die of fright? Well, here, let us show you. And then down in the bowels again of the castle.
There's a wicked flashback to his childhood.
Well, we see the Inquisition room.
Yeah,
He shows them the Inquisition room, all these torture devices.
Yeah.
And explains what his father, Sebastian, used to do. Work for the Inquisition.
Yeah. And then the explanation of...
and then privately, Vincent Price's sister in the film, Catherine, gives Francis a backstory, like you were saying, when he was a child.
Right.
That he witnessed his father kill
Vincent
his
Price.
uncle and torture his mother to death
The Death Witch
Because
loves the lighting. Thank you very much, Eric.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's lovely sitting under these hot lights. In
They're
January,
not
I'll be
hot.
wearing a tank top.
They're LEDs. They're not hot.
Well, they're bright as fuck, I'll tell you that.
Well, they're bright, but Anyways.
And because they were having an affair. So Vincent
Yes,
Price
they were.
is in the film. His father, Sebastian Medina,
Oh, I feel sorry for Vincent Price's character, both
killed
him and his father.
Killed his own brother,
Yeah,
and
you
his
know.
wife. Not only tortured her, but Nicholas Medina, Vincent Price, witnessed his father burying her alive inside the wall.
Yes.
Of the castle. And that's something that's been in several Poe stories.
Right.
That idea, it must have been a real fear of his. The idea of being buried alive. Because that did happen to people back then.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There's plenty of old movies where, they used to have little bells on strings that would go into the coffin. And that way, if you woke up in the coffin, you could ring the bell.
Yes. Well,
That might have even been in one of the Annabelle or Conjuring movies, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it fairly recently.
It's a thing that has happened. It still happens to this
Right.
day. There's no reason for... Some people have died. No heartbeat, no nothing. And 20 minutes later, there's stories where they wake up on the table right before an autopsy is taking place or something like that. And
or even on ships, they used to bury you at sea. They used to, if you were a sailor, they'd always put a needle through the nose. Because they figured, damn, that if anything's going to wake you up, that's going to wake you up.
Right,
And if they were able to put that needle through your nose,
you're not...
You're dead.
You're not, yeah.
So...
But yeah, that's scary. That's why I'm being burned.
So we find that's why... Oh, great. They'll burn you before you... Oh, hot stuff! Hot stuff! Woo, hot potato!
Oh, no, shoot, he's alive!
My biscuits are burning!
He's alive! Hey, we burned up to his head already. What are we going to do?
So he genuinely
Keep
had
it
this
going!
great fear that she was still alive.
Yeah.
And even to prove this, they end up opening up the wall where she's interred.
Yes.
Because he's just so maddened by this.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's the
crazy,
greatest
man.
scene in the movie.
Thank you, Connie. Always appreciate you helping out in the chat there.
Thanks.
All you guys.
The greatest scene in the movie, one of the most horrific scenes in a Vincent Price movie, if not the, when they open that casket, when they finally get to it, and the desiccated corpse has her hands out as if she were scraping at the top of the coffin.
And isn't that...
And he just breaks down. He's just like, true!
No,
it's true!
One of the greatest scenes, Vincent Price, top 5 maybe of scenes he's ever... Just when he just freaks out and he's like, true. And he just, it's fantastic.
How this man never get an Academy Award or a Lifetime Achievement Award?
He did poor. He
So
did.
what?
Hey,
And yet,
Casablancas.
you can't name me any decent actors anymore.
Well,
There ain't no decent actors anymore. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing.
Ted, I don't know what's going on
I
out
don't know
there.
what's going on anymore.
Anyways, so they know, and you know what was funny when that happened? I was surprised that the brother, Francis Bernard, did not freak out and get pissed at that doctor, because that doctor was very sure that she was, because didn't he mention something else about somebody being buried alive or something like that?
No, but he does say to Vincent Price's character when he's sitting so forlorn and deep in maddening depression here in a moment that never in my medical career have I seen any malady that is so close to death.
Oh, and wasn't he worried, Vincent Price's character? He had a guilty conscience.
Because once he realized that she was still alive, and they did inter her in the wall, buried alive, and he even says, while we were up here mourning her death, she was down there screaming for help. And just the corpse itself is actually pretty gruesome. I really like that whatever they used. Just looked good.
Yeah, no, it did.
And I always try to put myself, in 1961, I mean, go imagine, man. Just like when movies were movies, people lined up around the block to see a Victorian period piece Edgar Allan Poe movie. All right, people lined up to see this because it was the most successful of these types of movies that Roger Corman did.
Yeah.
If not the most successful movie he ever made, as far as money.
Right.
And now, I mean, there's just nothing. There's nothing to line up for anymore. I mean, Rona be damned. I mean, even before that, there was nothing to line up. You didn't line up around the block to see no damn movie. You you got it from Uncle Remus online, and watched it that way. That somebody recorded on their phone.
It's definitely a different day and age.
A movie was a movie back then.
Like we were talking a while back,
and there's no horror icons.
No.
Not anymore.
No.
I would have said like Robert Englund for a little while.
Yeah.
But he's old. He's paid his dues. He's done his movies. Yeah. And
geez, I mean, maybe the.
Although I'm looking forward to see what he does in the next season of Stranger Things. It'd be nice to see him in that show.
Yeah.
But I mean,
maybe the last horror icon. I mean,
I don't know. But,
I mean, Jason's played by different characters. Right. Michael.
I'm talking
Myers
like the Peter Cushings, the Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
If they had a movie coming out,
Yeah.
you would line up just to, see those horror movies.
Oh, hell yeah. I can't think of any offhand. Ran B, what is going on?
Yeah. And not that they just did exclusively that, but it kind of became their bread and butter and what they were known for, even though Christopher Lee got pissy about it.
Okay. Yeah.
He's the only one that got pissy about it. So, what happens, man? So, she's been buried alive.
Yeah.
This is terrible. And the brother, I think he starts to come around a little bit. He realizes
it was a mistake.
He doesn't blame him. If anything, he feels pity for him because he clearly cared for her, and he's going mad with grief. But then that night, we start to hear voices. Nick. Oh wait, I got to point out one thing first.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit before they disinterred her. No, maybe after they disinterred her. I can't remember. But the brother in his room discovers a secret passageway.
Yeah.
And sees that, because there's a scene where they're trying to say her ghost walks the house. That she's alive and she's walking the house because her room is completely destroyed.
Yeah, you've had in her room, you've had the maid get scared to death because she heard her.
Right.
Okay, and then
because this plays into the end.
Yeah, then the room gets destroyed,
and Vincent Price is in the room when it happens.
Yes.
He's the only one in her room, and the door is locked.
Yes. So unfortunately, at this point, you're thinking, you know what? The secret passage straight to his room.
Right.
And he must be doing it.
He's not in the wife's room. He's in his room.
Yeah.
But the passage goes from her room to his room.
Right.
And when he discovers it, he basically blames it. You're the one who did this.
Yeah.
And then to prove that she's not walking around, they dig her up.
And I like how Vincent Price breaks down, too. And he's like, could I be doing this?
Right.
Could I be doing all of these things and not knowing about it? So, in your mind, you're thinking, okay, what's happening there?
Right.
Is it really going on? Patty Nielsen, what's going on? I lined up for the original Star Trek movie and The Matrix. Very cool, Patty.
We saw The Matrix, but we didn't line up. I think the last movie that I lined up for, I'm talking outside, waiting to buy a ticket, was episode 1 of Phantom Menace.
Super Blubberpuss.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Because that was such a huge, anybody. You couldn't function in society unless,
You go to see that.
I remember, out of the prequels, it's the one I like the best, but I pretend they don't exist anyway now.
Right.
And, but my point is, I remember waiting in line to get the tickets and
waiting in
line to go to that midnight show.
Yeah.
And I don't really, remember a line after that. I remember Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles waiting in line at the Yorktown Theater. It went all the way around the theater. It was like it might have been, I don't know if it came out on Memorial Day or something.
Yeah, it depends what theater you've gone to at the time. But
I remember waiting in line to see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. And I remember Return of the Jedi at the Parmatown Mall. From the ticket booth, line went all the way down to the food court, which was at the end, and horseshoed around.
Oh, the mall was fantastic. And the mall was very huge in the area and where they showed the movies. And yeah, the lines would go all the way down the mall.
Because the food court was
through
at the
food
total other
court-
end. The movie theater
food
was
court.
almost at the end of the other end.
And I remember when we were trying to go get food at times, you know, and you had
People
to...
being in your way.
Yeah, because
especially if
they
it
were
was like
lined
an
up.
Indiana Jones movie or Star Wars or something big.
And
like
that, it was a long line.
Yep.
The mall was huge.
And that
But
was just to
anyways,
buy
yeah.
tickets. You know, usually you went to the box office, bought your tickets, and then you're standing in line waiting just to go into the damn movie. You know, you're like, man, I hope
Always
I get in.
learning. My older brother took me and my nephew to 1977 release of Star Wars.
Yep.
Showing my age. I was a little still, but was there? Yeah, no, that's very cool.
I was
yeah.
little too.
Hey, the 1990 Turtles movie is legit. Yeah, yeah.
Well, this was, and that's one I remember. It was kind of weird. I know it was on a holiday. It was like a school holiday.
Yeah.
And me and a friend went, and I did not expect there to be that kind of a line, but there
Right.
was that kind of a line.
Yeah.
So those days, I think, are pretty much gone.
Yeah.
I mean, even if things
They got
go
the-
back to 100% normal and movies are back to where they were,
Right.
which they probably will be someday, maybe, if
Yeah.
enough yahoos.
Yeah,
you know,
we'll see. We'll
whatever.
see.
But even then, I don't think.
And they're big multiplex theaters too,
Right,
which
those
make it
suck.
even harder. You know,
Yeah, it's just
we need a local theater where we can.
we had one. It went out
Yeah.
of business.
Yeah. Remember the old one at Yorktown? It was Yorktown.
Yeah, that's
Theater?
what I was talking about.
Yeah. That's the one we wanted to
I know.
turn
Turn
into
into
our
a-
own theater
Yep.
where we could show our own.
I mean, the
old
building's still there
movies.
now. The old Parma Theater they tore down.
Yeah.
But the Yorktown Theater, I think it's like a church, or maybe it's nothing now.
I think they store meat in there or some
Who
meat.
knows?
It
I
says
don't know.
meat.
Meat.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
And I remember
Not buying no meat from there.
before they closed,
Yeah.
I think I've said it before on the show, they were showing like old movies. I saw, it's very rare to see the original Exorcist projected.
Yeah.
I mean, when does it ever get
Chris
played?
Cullen.
It never gets played.
Yeah.
And it was like pristine. It was a perfect print.
Yeah.
Because usually, they'd show a movie and, there'd be some chops and splices in there. This was perfect.
Chris Cullen goes, I remember when you could smoke in those mall lines. Now that's showing.
I remember
my
when you
age.
used to be able to smoke in the mall. I remember, I
Yeah.
didn't, but I remember, when you were allowed to.
Thanks, JLR.
I do remember
Appreciate it.
that. You
Yeah,
know.
no. Let's get
So-
this movie so we can. Half an hour we got here. So.
We'll tie it up well before that.
Yeah.
So Nicholas, now in that deep depression after finding out that she was buried alive,
Right.
starts to hear a voice, Nicholas, and he eventually starts to follow the voice,
Jay Myers was
going through that secret passage, which evidently branches off into lots of other places because he ends up into the
of
bowels of the castle again.
Yeah. You're gonna have secret passages. They're gonna go everywhere in the castle.
Right.
I mean, come on.
And he's in the torture chamber.
Otherwise, you're not a good architect.
And lo and behold, who will he finally see is his dead wife. As she was, Barbara
Yeah.
Steele, looking like Barbara Steele.
Yeah, totally. She's been
Hands
alive.
covered in blood like she was scraping. She comes out of the coffin in the area where they dug her up.
Trying to shock him into whatever.
madness.
Yeah, into madness.
Or scare him to death, whatever.
As they were
Everybody
saying,
else in the
haunted
house is
honeymoon.
looking for him. The doctor specifically says, "You two check up here. I'll go check downstairs."
I caught that.
Specifically says he'll check downstairs.
So the doctor is kind of involved with, her.
Well, not kinda. They are.
Well, yeah.
And what we find is this whole thing was
perpetrated
by the doctor, Dr. Leon,
by the perp
and Isabella, who are having an affair.
Smoky memory lane.
Who are having an affair, and she wants to inherit the fortune, the castle, all that good stuff.
Hey, Samantha, what's going on?
And Vincent Price's character ends up tumbling down halfway down the steps, not dead, but just in such a state of shock. Even the doctor looks at him and says he's gone. His mind, it's gone. Yeah. And she gets right in his face because she's been waiting for this moment to say, isn't it so ironic? Your mother was an adulteress, your wife's an adulteress, your
doctor's an adulteress,
your dear friend is an adulterer, your uncle an adulterer, and he just gets that slowly. Vincent Price just gets that sick smile. Like, Yes,
the madness comes out.
And then he starts calling her, I can't remember Isabella was, I think, his mother's name. Elizabeth was.
Yes.
I said the wrong name.
He takes his father's personality.
It's
and
like
his father.
he is Sebastian now.
Yes.
And he's mistaking Dr. Leon for Bartolome, which was his brother. And
Bartolome!
Isabella was his wife, and they were having their tryst. And that's going to... he ends up fighting with Dr. Leon. Dr. Leon doesn't last very long, goes down in the pit. And he ends up taking Elizabeth and throwing her in the Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
And closing the gate. She's got a gag over her mouth and everything.
Fantastic.
And so finally, the brother, Francis, finds his way down there, ends up getting clocked on the head by Vincent Price, wakes to find himself strapped to the table below the pendulum. Well, and at this point, Vincent Price is all garbed up like his father was.
Yeah.
Weird.
At this point, when we do get to the end of the movie, we're to the pit and the pendulum, and what's going on, and having and
he mistakes Francis for Bartolome, even though he thought he just
right.
It's like every guy is Bartolome.
Oh yeah.
This is Bartolome now.
Oh right, yeah, and puts him and ties him on the bed and everything. I mean whatever you call it,
the slab.
The slab, yeah. But when we do get to there, he's garbed up just like his father, and he's even got his father made this weird face so that it can distinguish between the characters, Vincent Price and him. He made this weird face.
Yeah, a little.
He did it here at the end when the the end of the movie here, and also the look. If you've seen other pit and pendulum movies and stuff like that, this tops them all.
Oh yes,
by far. I mean, the way this is made, this huge bat cave type thing.
Really cool set.
Very cool set.
With the paintings on the wall of the hooded figures, like inquisitors.
Yes.
All staring at you while you're
How many
there.
people have actually, been taken
and
by
the buildup
this
of
pendulum.
the terror once he starts the pendulum and that noise it makes, that creaking
it's
noise.
I mean, this thing is like, oh God, would you say 30 feet tall or something? I mean,
it weighed a ton in real life. Like when they made it weighed a ton.
It was.
Even the actor was like, "You sure this thing?"
I know. I don't think I would be under that. Oh my God!
They tried doing it with rubber, but it would get stuck. It wouldn't when it because it does eventually work its way down, and it does graze him.
Yeah.
And these are the scenes that I remember watching as a kid. I mean, those are the scenes that were embedded in my brain from this movie as a child. That the cuts.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
And
I'm sorry.
Please go ahead.
Chris Cullen says here, very interesting. I remember you could see 3 movies for 65 cents at the Radio Theater, which we called the Rat Hole. Every 3 days, the genre would change: horror, western, sci-fi. That is really cool, Chris Cullen. I'm not sure how far back that goes. That's at least, that's like, it sounds like the 40s.
It wouldn't have been that long ago. I mean,
60s?
Even
50s, 60s maybe. Yeah.
Even movie tickets back when this film came out, probably not that much
but
more.
That's similar to... the old time radio stuff we got here,
Or you'd get like the second run theaters, or
I'll have Western nights,
what they call the grindhouse theaters.
Which I should start bringing the Western Wednesdays back and comedy.
I'm going to bring you guys a Stone Cold Ted's Pick. I'm sure.
Patty. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. See. Patty Nielsen, $5 super chat.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I remember the close up of her eyes in the last scene.
Yeah, that zoom in.
Yes.
Oh, isn't that great? Isn't that great?
That is a fantastic... there were so many good things about this movie, but the ending scene...
builds tension like nothing I've...
And who comes to save the day? The person who was the most... Well, yeah, Catherine and...
Well, she goes to get Maximilian, and then Maximilian...
Yeah, the butler, who
who
was pretty much silent through most of the movie.
Well, he gets a little help.
And I'm like going, okay, well, he comes out of nowhere at the end of the movie.
Right.
And somewhat saves the day, because he gets
because she can't turn the apparatus off. She's just a dainty little girl.
She's... She's trying to pull the
It's a man-sized job.
Pull the lever. Pull
the strings.
Pull the strings.
And yeah, like literally at the last second. I mean, one or two more swishes,
yeah.
and
he would have been. Yeah.
And yeah, he's a.
You almost thought it did slice into his gut, but
he's
it
a
didn't.
jelly roll that's broken open.
Bone Tomahawk is a good Western. Have you seen that?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Very good movie. But yeah, winding it up.
They leave. They get them all untied. There's a struggle between Vincent Price and the butler. And there goes
Vincent Price.
There goes Vincent Price.
Nicholas Medina.
He and Dr. Leon laying at the bottom of the pit.
He's funky cold, Medina.
And I just can't stress how awesome it looked. The effect is of the pit. That room.
Oh yeah.
The set design.
Room was very cool.
Finally, they make their way up the stairs, and she says, no one's ever going to come down into these chambers again. They close the door, and then we get to the part she's talking about,
Patty,
with Elizabeth's eyes looking out of the Iron Maiden, and trapped in there.
Must not have been able to yell though.
You can see she's got a gag on her mouth.
Okay.
Yep. If you look, you can see it. And the only other thing is, when this did, some of you might know, it's an extra on the Blu-ray that I have, where when it originally showed on TV, maybe like 7 years later. Imagine that. You had to wait like 7 years to see this movie again, when it was on TV.
Oh.
And
that was the story of our lives when we were kids.
That's true.
Maybe next year we'll see King Kong again.
I know.
I mean, come on.
Get so mad if you missed it.
Oh God.
And
the mother's, my mom's taking me somewhere that night, and it's King Kong's going to be on later, and I'm going to miss it.
I'm not going anywhere.
I remember. I missed
looking at that TV guide and the stupid ass commercials.
I still have a TV guide. I should take a picture of it from 1977, where the Late Show kind of inspired. You get inspiration from things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the Late Show that night was the Planet of the Apes, and I need to take a picture of it because I still got it.
You should scan it, put it on there, and kind of morph our faces on there somehow.
Oh, God, yeah.
Use the logo.
Well, the cover of that TV guide for that week was a baseball, one of the Cleveland Indians.
Well, you should do a TV guide. Take the TV guide logo and make something else on the cover.
I got what you're saying.
There you go. Sell it as a poster. They'll eat it up.
They'll eat it up.
But they actually went back years later.
Hey, we're almost at 100 thumbs up. Let's get it up there,
Come
you guys.
on, man. 5 more.
Come on. I can't stop the stream until we reach 100.
Let's go.
Come on.
And they actually padded the time a little bit because the movie's short, hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
7 years later, they filmed some extra scenes. Matter of fact, the lady that plays Catherine in the film, she was the only actor from the film available.
Yeah.
And she's like in a loony bin.
Oh, jeez.
And telling the story. There's like a beginning, like a book ending, beginning and end.
Well, what's this on?
When Pit and the Pendulum was on TV.
Oh,
okay. They filmed some extra scenes to pad the time. That's not the first time they've done that. They've done that with other films too, like a Fistful of Dollars. That was notorious for
away from us.
Come on! I'm not going to stop talking until we get it. And so that's like a little extra on the Blu-ray. Now, I really recommend, if you're a fan of this film, you go on Amazon or wherever and you buy that Vincent Price Collection Volume 1.
Yeah.
It's back in print. It was out of print for a
back
long
in
time.
Black, baby.
It was out of print for a long time, and for a while. Well, actually, the version I have is still out of print because it's missing some extras that are really worth it, I think. But it's a collection. It's got House of Usher, Pit and the Pendulum. I mean, there's 3 volumes, and if you buy the first 2 plus Premature Burial and I think Tales of Terror by itself, you'll have all the Poe ones.
Okay.
And I mean, it's a great set. I think it's even got Fibes in there. I know a lot of you like Abominable Dr. Fibes.
Oh, no,
that's in that
movie,
set. Yeah. But the extra, the reason that it went out of print is because there was this great extra.
Yeah.
Iowa State PBS did a Gothic horror series.
Yeah.
And they showcased Vincent Price movies. And they got Vincent Price to come in for a couple days maybe and film intros and outros in this spooky looking house that they dressed up.
Yeah.
And he told you some little tidbits about the movies. And you can choose to watch the movie with or without the intro and outro. And I always choose to watch it with because it's so neat.
Oh, Yeah, why would you not?
They lost the rights to that extra, so that's why the first collection went out of print, and it was going for hundreds of dollars.
No way.
And now it's back in print with a remastered Mask of the Red Death, but it does not have those extras. You get everything else, but you don't get those extras.
Okay.
But they were really cool, and I'm glad I've got my set. So you should buy those. You know, you got to get your Vincent Price collection going.
Disco Booty!
Because you can't find these damn movies anywhere. They might be on Amazon for 2 days, and then they disappear. And
which goes... I got something there,
physical media, baby.
Disco Booty, thank you. Welcome to Level 1 Support. Thank you for joining the channel.
We got 102.
Oh, we got 102, so we're up above 100.
Thank you.
So there you go.
And we lost one of the thumbs down. We had 4, now we have 3.
Well, somebody very politely changed their mind and went
Goddamn
to
right
thumbs up.
did.
So thank you very much. But Disco Booty, thank you. Welcome to the family. There is a link to the Discord group posted in a community page. I will repost it again because there's new people. But yeah, always go over there. Some of the people go over there and chat and mingle on the Discord, so that's very cool. But I was going to say, you're talking about physical media and stuff like that. I'm not going to give it away. But Friday night's movie night, okay. Well, I started Sunday night, Sunday cinema, and it's all the black and white movies. Mm-hmm. So I played Murders in the Rue Morgue this past Sunday.
Oh, the Bela Lugosi?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Sunday cinema with an S.
Sin.
So anyways, but this Friday, just like Kolchak, in the same kind of vein, I'm not going to give it away, but... It's a very rare movie where there are not good prints out there, but you're going to get a pristine edition of one that I think a lot of people have been looking for a long time. Oh. Not going to give it away.
He's going to tell me after the show.
I will, but stay tuned for it because this over here. But don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
I was wondering.
Yeah. But yeah, I got lucky. But awesome movie is going to be for Friday night movie night. So stay tuned for that. That is going to be pretty cool. But thank you again, Disco, for joining the channel. That is one of the coolest features here. Eventually, all the things I'm trying to do, the access goes first to them, and you guys eventually get stuff. But that secret Discord thing is kind of a cool thing. Chris Cullen, there's a trilogy featuring 3 Poe stories. One is directed by Fellini and stars a very young Terrence Stamp. Does anyone know the title? Sound familiar?
Trilogy of Poe stories. One
directed by Fellini.
Fellini.
Very young Terrence Stamp, who I don't know who Terrence Stamp is.
Yes, you do. Zod.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yes, you do.
Oh, Lord!
Why do I feel like I know it, but I don't? I don't know.
Lordy Charge.
We'll find out. Someone will let us know.
PR, welcome to Level 1 Support. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate you joining the channel.
Spirit of the Dead. Someone just shouted it out there. That.
Spirit of the Dead.
I haven't seen that, but I've heard of that film.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Should I be saying that? Thank you, Lord. Lord,
I don't know.
Lord,
if you want to,
Lordy Chard, PR. Thank you very much for the support. But yeah, no, it's going to be an awesome movie Friday night, and I also found a collection of Vincent Price science fiction old time radio shows.
Yep.
So I am going to get that up for Vincent Price month, man. I mean, hey, what are you going to do? I've got a lot of Vincent Price.
It should be a national thing, Vincent Price month.
Yeah. But I could say let me go look real quick at what the titles of that is. I think I got it here real quick. Let me look, and I don't know whether to keep you guys in suspense with it or. Okay, now should I say it? Has anybody heard of Aliens in the Mind? It's a science fiction.
I've heard of it.
Have you?
When I did some searches for Vincent Price stuff, that did pop up.
Okay, so I will be playing
but I haven't heard it.
I will be playing that very soon. Stars Vincent Price, and very good show. It's in how many parts? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. So about 3 hours. So you got that to look forward to. But yeah. And tonight, the Shadow Knows put together a nice collection for you guys. All good sounding episodes. And yeah, it's going to be very, very fun.
That'll start a big show.
That's going to be starting about 45 minutes. And yeah, Ted won't be here for another, maybe for a little bit. So
I'll be back.
If you guys got any questions for him, how about asking him some Poe questions or Vincent Price
I'm no
questions?
expert.
Oh yeah. You know. Night Fright Talk Show 107. Thank you very much, my friend. Dust Bunny, how is it going? I'm so happy with Trivia Night too. I will post the new Trivia Night tomorrow night, or tomorrow morning probably. Let you guys all know. It's going. Somebody asked me for Demons and Possession movies. Stay tuned tomorrow to see what you guys are going to get. But it's been a big hit Saturday nights for all the trivia. Been loving that. That is very, very fun. Caitlin Lickstad. Hello, everyone. Happy to see you guys. Excited for the choice picks. Can't wait. See you guys there. Is it Caitlin? I'm pretty sure it's Caitlin. I just don't want to say it wrong. Hopefully it's Caitlin. Beth Germanetti. Vincent Price is the king of horror.
Damn right.
Yes.
Damn right.
He is Prince, King. I mean,
he's God Almighty.
Who else do you get? You got Vincent
Lord
Price,
God.
Price, Cushing, Lee. Old school, you got Karloff, Bella. You got Laurie. Is there anybody better than that?
No.
I mean, you've got then secondary like Lon Chaney Jr.
I mean, you just
and stuff like that, but you know,
Christopher Lee would probably kick everybody's ass, but
well, yeah, probably. Big man, the Shadow knowing is super easy, barely inconceivable. Okay. The Pepe knows, says Artemis. Looking forward to the new Halloween movie. We need to party down. We'll leave it at that. This channel has so many fun things available, says Mary. Always learning. Thank you. That's the one thing I try to do. There's a lot of stuff going on the channel, but the one thing you can be sure that you'll always get is the overnight old time radio shows. And then you get extra trivia, movie reviews. Be here Thursday night at 8 p.m. Elise will be here with me, good friends. So we'll be having a good discussion on the movie Don't Look Now with Donald Sutherland.
That's a good one.
So it's
That'll be a good one.
Yeah, good movie to talk about. And
I should watch that one.
John W. is here, Ted.
All right.
Sir Graves Ghastly, broadcasted in Detroit, was what got me loving Vincent Price movies. I think all of us old schoolers were introduced to all of these things by our local horror host.
Yep.
Yes.
And these were the ones that I seem to remember seeing, the Vincent Price ones.
Yes.
Especially this one. This one I definitely remember seeing.
What's going on?
But all the Corman Poe films, even the one that doesn't have Vincent Price in it, Premature Burial, they're all fantastic. They're all 5-star movies.
Discussion night, says Schultze, with Dino and Totally Ted. Right arm.
Two.
Bye. Okay. Schultze trips me out sometimes. I don't know what.
It's his job.
Let's go. You always put on a great show. Thank you, big man. I appreciate it. The Ape Father, the new mob movie. Oh, yeah. Oh, did you see the new Sopranos? His son is...
Motherfucker, I know all about that movie.
Yeah, oh my God, I cannot wait to see that.
I may actually venture into a movie theater to go see that.
Right, yeah. His son seems kick-ass. I hope his acting is as good as it...
It's going to be good.
I am... Fingers crossed, man. That looks kick-ass.
I'm not dissecting everything like some people do. It just...
No. But
based on what I know,
that's
it looks
movie.
Good.
That's a movie it's been a long time since I've looked forward to
something. I've been
something.
watching the show again just to get myself ready.
There you go. But very, very excited. 8 p.m.
It's about the only movie I am looking forward to.
Super Blubberpuss. Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll tell you guys what. If anything goes on this channel, Disco Booty, see, you're all green now in your badge. Over time, it'll turn colors. It's very fun. Whatever.
It's wild.
It's wild, man. It's crazy stuff. But What I was going to say was, Betcherman and Eddie, watch these old horror shows as a young seven. Yeah, I think that's, like I said, that's where we are local horror hosts. A lot of people
wasn't just watching them. I mean, I worshipped them.
A lot of people trying to
Superhost.
keep the kind of genre alive out there, which is kind of cool. It's hard to find a lot of these people.
Mm-hmm.
The Mummy and the Monkey, who pops on here every now and then, do their thing on Facebook, so you can always check them out. But yeah, no, it's so yeah, look forward to trivia. But if anything goes on the channel, other than when Ted's here, because Ted is 9:15, but
That's
everything is always 8 p.m. Eastern time on this channel. And look forward to more stuff. There'll be Tuesday nights. After this week, Elise will be doing Tuesdays, but this week it'll be Thursday, 8 p.m. And starting
Thank you for making that arrangement for me, because this is the day that's convenient for me.
Oh, of course. I mean, hey, it's Ted. But Thursday nights, I'm bringing back the Paranormal Into the Night talk show that I used to do, and I will be talking to plenty of guests, true crime, Bigfoot, UFOs, all that good stuff. So you guys can look forward to, and that's going to be a little different style. It's going to be me, Elise. It's going to be more kind of a podcast kind of style. You'll still see us, but it's going to be set up a little bit different, audio quality wise, and with the guests and stuff. So look forward to that. Getting guests lined up now, so that I can't wait to do too. You remember? I mean, that was always fun stuff.
That was it's just a lot of work.
We need a TV guide for this channel, the Death Twitch. Eric,
you should put something out.
Well, the thing is,
subscribe to our newsletter.
What I'm working on, Ted. I mean, the channel is almost becoming a network.
Mm-hmm.
I'm open to so many different things. There's a lot of things in the hopper right now. Like I said, trivia Saturday,
get a Roku app.
The movie nights Sunday, Friday, movie reviews on Tuesday, Paranormal Tonight on Thursday. That leaves 2 other days where there's 8 p.m. time slots. If anybody's interested that has a channel that wants to be part and do their own show in a time slot, I'm open to that. I'm working towards this almost becoming kind of a network type of thing where there's always something on. I mean, I can always film it, shoot it to me. We put a time slot. I get somewhat like a TV guide going where everything for the week going.
Be like the Pluto app or something.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited for something like that, but that's the idea of what is in my head and which is going on. So continue to support like you guys are doing. Be here. Always check in. The thing with subscribing, if you walk away for a while, YouTube gets rid of you. Okay? You don't know this, but YouTube will get rid of you, and you won't get notified. You'll lose interest, or you won't know or even remember again. So just keep up with things. I'm on Instagram. Follow me wherever you can. It's YouTube's a funny little world.
Don't look for me. You won't find me anywhere.
Funny little place. Yeah, Ted just shows up, and that's good enough. So, but yeah, fun times, man. Let me see if I missed anything. They're all talking about horror hosts. Edward Stewart, yes, Scream Theater, Chiller, Thriller, Ghoul, Count Scary, Elvira, Sir Graves Ghastly, who did the voice of Zachary, who did the voice of the Elmer. In the movie Brain Damage. A Frank Henenlotter movie, which is fantastic. Gold. You can just take my old reviews and rerun them on the channel, LOL, says the Death Twitch. I'll talk to you about that. I mean, he's got some good, funny stuff. I'll be sure to, let everybody know some of them are R-rated.
Hell, some of ours are.
I mean, those drunken Terrys, I love them. Eric, the Death Twitch, does his drunken Terry. Well, he's whatever. He's got tons of drunken Terrys on his movie reviews too, and he always did a great job. But Eric deals with issues and stuff like that, and that's why everybody send him love, man. He's life is life, man. But I wish I got more from Eric, but he does what he can, and I understand totally. But the Drunken Terrys are a fun listen. He'll sit there, crack open a beer, and he'll go on and talk about the movie. Sometimes not even talk about the movie because
that's the best part.
Because he's getting drunk and just talking about whatever, So it's Eric's been there from the beginning on YouTube. He kind of started sharing my stuff in the very beginning, the Death Twitch, and I'll never forget him for that. But he's always my friend. He's always around. We do got to do another casual commentary on my channel. I'm so busy. I know Luke from Confused Reviews had gotten a hold of me too, and I feel so bad that nothing has come of it yet, but I'm so darn busy, man. This is keeping me very busy. But anyways,
busy right now.
I'm just so busy, man. JLR, thank you, Dino. This is exciting. Awesome. Samantha, I've never been on YouTube as much as now since I discovered your channel. A lot of you guys have said that, and it makes me feel so good. It really does. I appreciate it all, man. The Deathwood, thanks, man. Love you. Yeah, always, man. You know that. Yeah, my stuff is not made for kids. No, it is not, Eric. But good stuff, nonetheless. The Fearless Pepe, says Edward Stewart. I have the special edition of Brain Damage, says Adam for Christ.
It's a great Blu-ray.
Samuel Deal, what's going on in the house with some popcorn? What is going on? We're about to end it. It is 10:30.
We're about to be over.
Hey,
save that popcorn for the show.
30 minutes. The Shadow Knows. And there's some good episodes in there. So stick around. 30 minutes. Show up. Same channel. Different time. Stick around. And let's see. Chris Cullen. I watched The Changeling and the other back-to-back the other day. Those movies never get old. They still have a kick like a mule.
Changeling's good. I watched that not too long ago myself.
Yes, Changeling is very, very good. I love the Spanish Dracula, even though the actual Drac is kind of goofy.
It's not bad. It's
exactly. I mean, you got it down perfect. I love the Spanish version almost better than the original. But the Dracula, if you could take Bela, turn him into a Spanish actor, it would have really made that. But anyways, I
wish they did that for every movie,
right?
Like there was a Spanish like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings or something
like they did back in the day
with totally different actors.
Super Blubberpuss, the Late Late Horror Show. Have you seen Crucible of Horror, starring Michael Gall? Just a few.
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
Years before he played Dr. Flamin in Top Secret. I don't think I have. What year was that made? That was like
I don't recall the year, but I came across it, I believe, on Amazon Prime.
Was it the 70s? Connie Clary, thank you, Dino.
Don't remember the exact year.
Thank you, Connie Clary. Let me tell you, Connie, all you people, Sinead, JLR, you guys know who you are. Always helping, counting down the streams and
we lost another thumbs down. Look, now there's only 2. One buddy.
Awesome. There you go.
Oh, nice.
The Death Twitch. Recently, I watched Bad Channels and Edge of the Axe,
featuring 2 exclusive Blue Oyster Cult songs.
Yeah, that's.
I have the soundtrack just for those 2 songs.
About the best thing in the movie.
No, it's not that bad. We did a show. Did we do it? Yeah, we did that movie.
Bad Channels.
We did Bad Channels. I'm almost positive.
Oh, I think we did.
The radio DJ that's chaining himself inside the radio station. He's going to play like the same song over and over again, and aliens land, and they shrink these people.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, okay, so
because then later on it ties into Doll Man.
Bad Channels ain't that bad. That was pretty good.
Doll Man later.
That was pretty good. Let me see. Oh, jeez. Chris, I know we got to end this here. We got a couple minutes. John W. He was... Chris Cullen, he was a crazy version of Sir Graves. Gaslight hosted a late night show. Used to.
Oh wait, are we talking about a horror show, Crucible of Horror? Because I was thinking about a movie called Crucible of Horror.
I'm not sure.
Forgive
now.
me. Maybe I got confused.
Let's see. Hardware Wars. Thank you, Dino. I'll try to on. be on later. If I don't fall asleep. Oh, it's all right, Mary. If you fall asleep, you fall asleep.
I'm about
I
to
get
fall
it.
asleep.
It'll be in 30 minutes.
Worked all damn day.
I tried hard to stay up late to watch even more scary movies as John W. I like Louis Jordan's Dracula. Samantha K. L. I used to be a scaredy cat. LOL. Sometimes I still am, but your channel and videos have actually helped and overcome some of my fears. Awesome. That is very cool to hear. Yes, the BOC songs are the best part of the film. Edward Stewart, BOC rocks. Just have to say, too, real quick before we get out of here. You guys all know, have fun. The channel's about having fun. Super Blubberpuss. Crucible of Horror, 1971. He also played Alfred in Tim Burton's Batman. So he's talking about that. Yeah, horror.
That's Michael Golf.
Yes.
He was in Horror of Dracula too. He's in a few Hammer movies, I think.
Yes. So before I go here, The Shadow in 30 minutes. Thank you to all those who joined the channel tonight and gave the super chats. I appreciate it. I really, really, really do. And all I can say is overnights, keep the chats clean. No religion, politics, or pandemic talk. I always go back and look at the chat on replay, and I don't care how long you've been on the channel. I will just delete it. I want this channel to be fun, and I want you guys to enjoy it. I want it to be a place where you guys get away from things. And any of my moderators see that,
you're out.
You have my permission to just bye-bye. But warn. First of all, warn.
We're going to hit you with our wet noodle.
And then get rid. But I just want people to have fun. But certain people are very, very good at coming in and manipulating the chat and being Mr. Nice Guy and talk very nice. And then when Mr. Dino goes away and goes bye-bye, start talking about certain things that are political and stuff.
You mean there's adults that are acting like children?
Yes, and the thing that people don't understand, there's plenty of places to talk about that stuff. But when you start doing it on a platform where people are enjoying themselves...
Well, they don't want you to enjoy yourselves.
Everybody stops talking, stops chatting, leaves, and wants nothing to do with the channel.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. So why you guys think, hey, freedom of speech? I'm all for freedom of speech. You guys say whatever the heck you want.
No.
On other platforms, not here. It's all about fun.
It's overrated. I don't really need to hear what most people say.
There's plenty of... Same here. But I keep this fun and entertaining, and that's why we've got such a great family and a good group of people who love this kind of stuff. So that's all I'm saying.
Or if you have a little bit of willpower, just completely ignore them and carry on your conversation.
I love y'all.
That's what I would do.
We're going to get out of here. More Grim comes in. Yeah.
Or make fun of their mama. Do a bunch of mama jokes to them.
Exactly, more Grim. Yeah. Thanks so much for providing us a place for fun. I try my hardest to do that. And I try to keep it that way. Ted, you're funny, says Freddie Miranda.
I'm serious as a heart attack, but thank you.
So, with that said... But there are consequences to freedom. Well, again, it's a thin line. And that's why I say, let's just keep it fun. There are a million places.
Some people don't like to have fun.
I know. They're here to spoil things.
Miserable little see you next Tuesdays.
Yeah, they're called, people that want to. And there's the third thumb down. Another one comes up. God forbid me.
No, it's back to 2. They took it back.
Let's just sit here and watch.
We better quit while we're ahead.
Okay. So I'll see you guys in 25 minutes for the Shadow Knows. Doc Holst came in. Great to see you. I got to get out of here. Let's leave. So here we go.
I won't be away too long.
Okay. Yeah.
A Stone Cold classic next time.